Welcome back, Portal Masters. SCL Matt here with another night of live SCL auctions. I guess the auctions are always kind of live, but I'm live streaming during the auctions, if you will. Anyway, we're here. It's Friday. It's what we do on Fridays. We check out the auctions and see what people want to buy this week. This week, we have a lot of good stuff up for bids, as always. So ham hands, Troy, why don't we go through it? Let's check out what we have here up for auction this week. As always, we have a few damaged items, usually a little bit more valuable damaged items, things that I don't just want to dump in a box and throw away. So first item is our Griffin Park Observatory. I actually had someone ask about this, I think maybe just last week. It was something that has been up for auction before, and I guess didn't sell. That's why I still have my hands on it. Yeah, ham hands. Was that you asking about it? There you go. There you go. That was you. That was you. Well, we got it. We got it. So a unique bit of damage here that I hadn't seen before. Usually that antenna on the left breaks off, but this time the telescope, I guess that's what that is, popped out. So, I mean, easy enough fix, 2 drops of glue and you're back in business. Or even just putting it back together, you probably wouldn't know it was damaged at all. So anyway, we have a Griffin Park Observatory. Actually here, let's refresh our bid list and see if these have bids. All right. The Griffin Park Observatory does currently have a bid at $8. What else we got here? We got our damaged Trailblazer has a couple of bids currently up to $5.50. Our damaged Bad Juju, man, it's definitely seen some better days. But does have a bid at $5. Damaged Mysticat, ooh, got a couple of bids up to $8. Damaged Starcast, I hate to see this. I really hate to see this. One of my favorite Imaginators, possibly my favorite Imaginator. But he currently has a bid at $10. And we have a Blizzard Chill with a damaged box, currently at $3. We have a set of Happy Meal toys, Free Ranger, and Magna Charge there, currently going for $1. We have Swap Force for the Xbox 360. The disc, I mean, it's in a case. It's in a replacement case. So, I mean, it's even one of the green Xbox replacement cases, but not the original case. So we're selling it here, calling it disc only, but it will come in the case, obviously. Currently going for $250. We have a damaged box Chaos Trap with no bids yet. We have a damaged box Buzzwing with no bids yet. We have the Swap Force Strategy Guide currently going for $5. We have Eon's Elite Stealth Elf. Basically everything's there except the outer box, but that does not currently have a bid. Eon's Elite Slam Bam. This one is missing a few more parts. No background in there. The plastic insert's gone. So it's just the figure in the case. But that does not have any bids either. Wow, we actually have a lot of items with no bids so far. But then our big items for tonight, Royal Double Trouble currently has a bid at $75. And Robo currently has a bid at $250. So we'll slide back to, I believe, wait, is it Buzzwing or Chaos? Nope, Buzzwing. Okay. Yeah, Buzzwing is, okay. I may have lined those up wrong. Anyway, but Buzzwing is going to be our first item to end tonight at 7:30, about 25 minutes from now. So we'll keep that picture up as we jump back to the chat and see what's going on here. Let's see. We have Steve, Tom, YouTube God. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Biggie John, glad to have you here. All ready for the auctions, I see. William, Rocket Leaguer, welcome, welcome. Rocket Leaguer, what's going on here? Last Friday, played the Candy Cake Gumdrop Land mini game in Skylanders Imaginators. Believe that mini game is the primary reason Imaginators failed. Well, one, I wouldn't say Imaginators failed. And two, I have a hard time pinning it on a mini game. Wait, here, after you finish the mini game, is that really what gaming was in 2016? Oh man, no, that was if it's the game I'm thinking of, yeah, they definitely had some weird stuff, but that's not, what was wrong with it. Spent the rest of the weekend watching all the Madagascar movies. I don't how many Madagascar movies are there? I don't think I've ever seen anything but the original. I didn't realize they turned it into a series, I guess. Hi Magna, welcome. YouTube God, what is the best element? Undead. Undead is the best element for sure. William, am I willing to have an SGTV? Maybe. I don't think it's gonna happen before the end of the year. And I don't know if that's too late, but yeah, my schedule from now to the end of the year is fairly hectic. So I don't see me freeing up time for additional podcasting. But thank you for the offer. Maybe we'll be able to make it work in the future. There's 3 Madagascar movies plus a Penguins movie. The spinoff is the Penguins movie. Fair enough. Yeah, I had no clue they made so many Madagascar movies. Pie Magnet, no, I did not actually watch the Game Awards. I was watching Thursday Night Football. But I caught the highlights. So I mean, I know Crash Bandicoot is back. I saw some of the antics that happened up on stage and such, but yeah, I didn't actually watch any of it. What's my opinion on Crypt Crusher? He's slow, but I like him. Like he's very powerful, which can make up for his slowness. But he can be painfully slow to just walk through a level. You're trudging through the level. Did I see Flute Guy? No, I don't think I did. Doesn't seem familiar. I'm not sure what you're talking about, so I'm going to go with no, I did not see that. Maybe I'll have to go find the clip at some point. Exactly. Antics is a good word for it. Yeah. I mean, it's an award show, but it's a video game award show. Like they're gonna have some fun. It's not like, the Oscars or the Emmys or whatever. That's a little more dry and supposed to be, sophisticated or whatever. It's video games. Let's have some fun. But yeah, is anyone else excited for shoot, I can't even think of the name. the new Crash game they announced. Crash Crash Team Rumble or something like that. Oh, is that what it's called? Crash Team. Ah, man, I'm not even doing my part. You know, if this was Skylanders related, I'd be all over it. It's just Skylanders adjacent. Crash Team Rumble. Yeah. Crash Team Rumble. There we go. Anybody else excited for that? Like I mean, if it feels a little bit, it's hard to tell from the trailer. Like I'm curious to see exactly how it will play. Like the trailer didn't really give a solid example of gameplay, right? So I want to see an actual gameplay trailer before I give final judgment on that. But it almost feels like they're trying to combine like the Crash Bandicoot characters and say League of Legends or something like that. And I've always thought that would have been a great idea for Skylanders. Um, some kind of MOBA for Skylanders, but I don't know. During the game of the year orchestral. Oh, okay. So I haven't actually seen a clip of this. I did hear people talking about that guy though. Um, like yeah, Pedro. Like I saw people talking about that, but I haven't actually watched any clips of it, so that'll be interesting. Xenoblade Chronicles, I never got into that series. I don't really even know what Xenoblade's about. What do you mean the price needs to be right? Like, aren't video games just a standard price? Like that, I mean, I kind of figured that's what, like, they go on sale from time to time, sure, but most games have a standard price nowadays, but at least mainstream titles. Beep boop bop. Welcome to the stream. First of all, thanks for joining us. This is my Friday night stream. On Fridays, we have the public auctions on SkylandersCharacterList.com, or if you want to just go check out sclauctions.com, that'll redirect you to the proper page. But this is the final hour of those auctions. And so we kind of watch them, talk about them. If you have any questions about the items that are up for auction, or if you, I don't know, if you need any more information, feel free to ask. Otherwise, we're just here to chat. Skylanders is the main topic, but we get into random other stuff too. I mean, the Game Awards were on last night, so we're talking about them. We end up talking a lot of football during this time of year, because that is a favorite of mine. But yeah, the main purpose of this stream is to track these auctions. Speaking of which, we're about 15 minutes out from the first auction ending, which you can see is that beautiful Buzzwing right there. Box is falling apart a little bit, but it is a brand new figure and still does not have a bid. Still does not have a bid. Running through, okay, so 730 is going to be the Buzzwing. 735. Let's run through these again. 735 is a strategy guide that has a bid for $5 right now. Our Eon's Elite figures don't have bids yet. So Stealth Elf does not have a bid. Slam Bam does not have a bid. $750 then will be at Royal Double Trouble, currently at $75. Then we hit 755, where all this other good stuff comes into play. Griffin Park Observatory at $8, Trailblazer at $5.50, Bad Juju at $5, Mysticat at $8, Starcast at $10, Blizzard Chill at $3, Happy Meal Toys at $1, Swap Force for Xbox 360 at $2.50, the Chaos Trap with no bids, and then of course our big item of the night. I just clicked the wrong way. Robo's there. Currently at $2.50 though. $2.50 for Robo. But right now, we're waiting on Buzzwing, who still does not have a bid. So we'll see if it stays that way. But we got 14 minutes remaining. All right. YouTube God, have a good night. Pac-Man, what's up here? Twitter poll about ending the auctions. Absolutely, give your take. Personally, really appreciate it. Kept the auctions going. So I figure most of the people who want the auctions to go. Okay. Okay. This is kind of my follow-up question, especially for people who's like, yeah, I don't stop the auctions. Don't stop the auctions. Is it really the auctions you want? Or is it just these gatherings, these community gatherings? They aren't just great for community, but it's great seeing people compete for items and giving in their say. I don't mean to critique, but the image, but I imagine some people missed or misunderstood the initial poll. Yeah, I mean I agree that there was some ambiguity to the poll. It was kind of spur of the moment question, but like that's what I'm saying too. Is I think some people. I think some people are combining the idea of the auctions with the idea of live streams in general, like my live streams in general. And I'm not saying I would take away the live streams. I want to know specifically about the auctions. So I'm not asking about, community. I'm not asking about this live stream in particular even. Like the auctions themselves. Would you miss the auctions? Would you miss bidding on items? And then like I don't want to completely give up the auctions. But there's a lot of work that goes into having weekly auctions. And as I'm sorting out, where I need to want to spend my time, like the auctions are one thing right now that, like I said, is taking up a lot of my time throughout the week. And so that led me to the question, how important are the auctions? Because if it's just, people want to hang out on a live stream, well, that's a lot easier to do than setting up the auctions. What if instead of having auctions every week, we had auctions once a month? Like, how would you feel about that? Does that make that big of a difference if it's once a week versus once a month? Steve, yes, there you go. You like watching people compete, but you're here for the community as long as you stream every Friday. Exactly. Like, and streaming every Friday, like I said, it's a lot easier to do, a lot less setup if it's just, hey, let's have a Friday night stream, as opposed to, gathering the auction items, making the videos for them, recording, editing, uploading. Um, then there's the private auctions, public auctions. We have the setup for each of those. Like it's a lot of stuff. And then following up with people. One of my least favorite parts of that is when people don't pay for stuff, have to sort through all of that mess as well. Um, Basically, like I said, it takes a lot of time. But if it's just like, hey, we want to hang out in a live stream, we want to be part of the community, we want to talk about Skylanders. Biggie John, if it were only once a month, would the items change? Only box/higher value items. So this is one of those questions that I haven't entirely thought through because my initial question was kind of spur of the moment, just wanted to get people's reactions. Um, but ultimately, probably, I I could see this going two ways, and we kind of have to wait and see how it plays out. See what kind of items I can get my hands on. Like it could be that I keep the number of items the same, and they are just all higher quality, more expensive items. Or I could say instead of on Fridays when we have 15 items, well, maybe since we're only doing it once a month, now it's 25 items or 30 items. And so we only we only do it on one Friday, but it's much bigger, perhaps. Just want to make sure you understand. We still get a stream every week, but the auctions are just once a month. So, just to clarify, none of this is for sure. Like I am just talking through options right now. I'm trying to figure out what makes sense for you and for me. Trying to kind of find that middle ground. Because I mean, yeah, there are people who are going to want auctions every week, and then there's me who's like, well, auctions are a lot of work. Do I want to keep doing them? So I'm trying to find that middle ground that we still have auctions of some sort, but I don't have to spend that time every single week to do it. Because I mean, just think about um, if I right now I essentially have to make 52 sets of auctions in a year, but if I do it once a month, that cuts it back to about 12 a year, and so I save however long it takes me to prep the auctions times 40, which is a lot of time. So, um, like my initial thought right now is yes, we would still have a weekly live stream of some sort, whether that's just me or whether I bring on guests, whether I bring on people from the community. Um, if if it gets to be a thing and I can, talk to someone from Toys for Bob or something like that, and we make it like a kind of interview session and almost like a live podcast or something, and you guys can interact and ask questions as well. And um, but like, there's a lot of things we could do with just another live stream, right? But taking the prep work of the auction out of it makes it easier and less stressful for me as a small company. And so that's what I'm trying to figure out. Biggie John, how much work would it be to have the damaged items in the shop? Seems like more work to making a listing. Yeah. So I've considered that. And I mean, I don't know. how many of you were there long ago when I first started doing the auctions? But in the early days of the auctions, there was no auction preview video. It was just I took pictures of all the damaged items, or of all the auction items, and including the damaged items, and posted them. And there you go. There they are. Have fun. Um, and so yes, taking pictures does take more time. But if I were to do that, that I think would be a process that I would hand off to someone, since I also now have employees that I didn't have before. Um, where, they can evaluate a damaged item. They know what parts are damaged. They can take appropriate pictures and post them. Um, but that's something I have to talk through with them too, to see whether my, SCL Jillian or Taylor, my VA, would be willing to take something like that on. Um, but yes, it it would be something that we'd have to find an answer for. Which, like I said, I'm just talking through ideas right now. I don't necessarily have answers to all the questions. Um, but trying to figure out something that'll work and kind of appease the most people. But I mean, the results of the poll, like I said, they surprised me. Like I asked people if I got rid of the auctions and just list items on the site, would they love it, hate it, or be indifferent? And the smallest category was hate it. So the least amount of people would hate it. A lot of people would love it or they didn't care. And so like that's what I'm saying. If either people would love it or don't care if I get rid of the auctions, that kind of answers my question. Like that was like 70% of the people. So it's something to think about. Like I said, nothing is for sure right now. Just something I'm considering. But Tom, yeah, you like the idea of more items. I, yeah, it's definitely a possibility. Kevin, what you got this week? As a successful business person, put more items in the monthly auctions. Wouldn't your workload be relatively the same? Um, no. I mean, like I was saying, if I move from like 15 to 30 in a normal month, I have anywhere from 60 to 75, depending how many Fridays are in the month. So it'd still be less items overall. And the fact that I only have to sit down once per month to pick out the items, record the videos, edit the videos, upload the videos. Like it's only one video. Even though the video is going to be a little bit longer, like it's still only one video. So, I understand what you're saying, but it's not quite the equivalent. But yes, Buzzwing is almost ending, as Ham Hand says, in less than a minute. Do we have a bid on it yet? No. I'm very surprised by this. Like, this is the price that Buzzwing is listed for in the shop. And normally Buzzwing flies out of the shop, no pun intended. So I'm super surprised no one has placed a bid on that. Does everyone here have Buzzwing already, or is the price too high? Like I'm not going to go lower on this price because, like I said, worst case scenario, if no one buys it here, I can always take it out of the box and put it in the shop, and it'll sell tomorrow. I mean, I'm probably going to give it another week at the auction just in case someone wasn't able to make it tonight and wants that box. But let's see, 7:30, no bids, no bids, no joy. Ham hands, you don't have it, but you're just gone for other things. I understand that. I understand that, and that I mean that's another reason why I put things up more than 1 week if it doesn't sell. I'll put it up for 2 or 3 weeks. But Siggy Boy got it buzzwinging cheap for with a lot of other superchargers. Well done. Well done. Yeah, my buzzwing, I must have got. Did did I find that one in stores? Probably did. Or no, no. I think I had that one sent to me because I think they sent it along with Thrillipede then. Pie, yes, I did say I didn't know what Xenoblade is about. Um, that looks like a bunch of gobbledygook. Sure, sure, if you say so. That does not inspire me to want to check out Xenoblade. Heaven, welcome to the stream. Want to get the Robo, but gotta buy Christmas presents. Well, could Robo be a Christmas present? It's like Alvin and the Chipmunks. From me to me. But no, I understand. I'm glad you're thinking of others first, putting others before yourself. That's very, very kind of you. All right. We are 3 minutes away from let's change this picture. The Swap Force strategy guide currently at $5. That one does have a bid. But then what does not have a bid yet are the Eons Elite. Once again, so strange. Usually these do really well at the auctions. But Eons Elite Stealth Elf, no bids, and Slam Bam, no bids. So if you want them, jump on them. Tonight might be the night to get some cheap stuff. Seeing as I mean, I don't know if people are just busy with stuff or we're uninterested in these auctions or what, but Buzzwing already ended with no bids. And we got Eon's Elite figures with no bids. The Chaos Strap still has no bid. So yeah, we could go 4 items with no bids right now. That we haven't seen that in a long time. We've been doing the auctions for over a year now. And it was only back in the early days when we wouldn't sell everything. Williams going for Stealth Elf. Fair enough. But yeah, Ham, I don't know. The auction's not popular tonight. I have zero explanation for it. I mean, it's not like I loaded it up with Happy Meal toys or something or Amiibo. Although those usually sell, but sorry about that. I hope that cough didn't get too many people's ears. But yeah, all right. 1 minute away from the strategy guide. Still going for $5. Yeah, I think we're gonna have a lot of like minimum bid or no bid type of stuff tonight. We'll see how it goes. The damage figures are doing well. A better summary. 3 local teens kill God, inspire God, and raid an opera theater. I I I don't know if that's a better summary. Maybe it legitimately is a better summary, but not at all what I would have expected. Okay. William, yes, we're closing in on 5K. We crossed 4.8 this week. So we're less than 200 subs away from 5K, which is exciting. I would love to make 5K by the end of the year. I don't know if that's going to happen though. We need a big push to do that. I'd probably have to put together a last minute super stream to get anywhere close to that. But yeah, I haven't been super active on the channel other than Wednesday and Friday. Haven't been putting out a lot of other content, so I know the growth has slowed down a bit. But yeah, 5K will get you the collection video. Will show off what my collection looks like right now. Which I was just talking with my wife today. It's actually a lot more complete than I thought it was. So it's getting there. It's getting there. The shelf is quite full. But I know that's something a lot of people wanted. So told you 5K. 5K subs and we'll get the collection video. It is a better summary, but Xenoblade has insane storylines. Okay. Uh I'll take your word for it. Oof. Obsession, welcome. Glad to have you here tonight. Let's see. Ooh, we're past the ending, unless it went into overtime for the strategy guide. And the answer is it ended at $5. Eon's Elite Stealth Elf does finally have a bid at $24, but we're still waiting on Eon's Elite Slam Bam. No bids. Royal Double Trouble at 75. Griffin Park Observatory at 8. Trailblazer at 550. Bad Juju at 850. That one jumped up. Mysticat at 950. Some of these damage figures going up. Starcast still at 10. Blizzard Chill at 3. Happy Meal Toys at $1. Swap Force for 360 at 250. And the Chaos Trap got a bid at 15. There we go. All right, so we're down to just 2 items without bids. Buzzwing ended already with no bids, and then Slam Bam still needs a bid, but everything else at least has 1 bid for now. Yeah, William going for that Stealth Elf there. The 4 Horsemen of Absurd Lore. And honestly, I've only played one of those. Yeah. Well, you obviously know I haven't played Xenoblade. Can you pick out which of the other 3 I've actually played? I may have mentioned this before. Ham Hands Griffin Park ends at 755. It's in the big group of stuff ending at 755. You know, you can always put in your bid early so you don't have to worry about it. But yeah, you got about 15 minutes left on that one. But we have about 1 minute left on Stealth Elf. See if folks are gonna let William. Oh, we have a second bidder. Stealth Elf up to 2650. Not gonna let it go so easily. Yeah, sorry about that, William. Someone's after it. Hi, you would guess Warhammer followed by Kingdom Hearts. Your second guess would be correct. Yeah. Yeah, I've actually played Kingdom Hearts. It took me a long time to get to it. Like I didn't play it when it first came out, but I forget if someone talked me into it or why I picked it up in the first place. But yeah, it was well after it came out. Um, I mean, there were multiple games out by the time I played the first one because I know I can pick up the second one right away. I think it was probably shortly before the third one came out, which I still haven't played. Um, but yeah, I have not played Warhammer 40K or Lego Bionicle either. Oh, Turtle Mania, Turtle Maddox. There we go. Welcome to the stream and putting up a fight. That'll be interesting. Ham Hands, yes, that group does include Trailblazer as well. That 755 group is pretty much always going to include the damaged figures. Um, I tend to lump them all together, unless there's a rare piece like that once we had a damaged Robo or something like that, um, or a damaged Chompy Mage or something like that. That'll end on its own time, but otherwise, all the damaged figures are gonna be in that 755 group. All right. How are we doing on that auction? Are the two of you still going at it? Yes, you are. So Eon's Elite Stealth Elf is in overtime, currently at $31. Um, that is for those of you who don't know, 30 overtime. We don't have sniping here like on eBay. We have soft close auctions, which means that anybody that places a bid, anytime someone places a bid within the last minute of an auction, another minute is added to the timer. And so that's what's happening here with this auction. We're getting a few last minute, last second bids, and it's extending the life of the auction. So everybody has time to get in whatever bids they want. So Stealth Elf is still going. But do not forget about Slam Bam coming up right after. We're about 2 minutes away from Slam Bam ending, who does not have any bids. So that could be a freebie for somebody tonight. But yeah, Stealth Elf still going at 32.50. Yeah, William, Kevin O'Leary's here. He was here last week too, I think. Been here for a couple auctions. Never would have guessed he's into Skylanders, but people surprise you. Maybe we can get Kevin to buy the rights to Skylanders and we can revive it then. What do you think, Kevin? Is that a good investment? All right. How's Stealth Elf doing? Still going? Or is it done? Still going. 33.50 on Stealth Elf. And Slam Bam got a bid though. $19 for Slam Bam. 1 minute to go in that auction. Oh, William, you're letting it go. Turtle Maddox is going to take Stealth Elf home tonight. Possibly. 33.50. Going once. Going twice. Have to check with Activision on that one. Yeah, well, we're gonna have to wait and see. The what is it? The FTC is putting up a fight with Microsoft. The merger might not go through now. At least they're trying to stop it. So it'll be interesting to see what happens with that. And there we go. With that, Stealth Elf ends 3350. Congratulations, Turtle Maddox and girlfriend. Slam Bam sitting at 19. Technically in overtime because the bid came in within the last minute. So you got to wait a little bit more time. Biggie John, I mean, there was always a little bit of, it's a process from what I understand. And so, like, they knew they were going to challenge things, and it just took some time to become official. And because I mean, as I told you, the merger was never going to be complete until sometime next year at least. Um, but yeah, Steve, FCC lost a majority of these cases. I mean, they could, but I mean, this is a gigantic merger as well. Uh, but I mean, they're doing their due diligence and antitrust and all that stuff. I don't fully understand it, but um, I think from what I understand, like the FTC is under new management as well, and they're really trying to put their foot down, especially when it comes to tech. So, I mean, I can see them trying to fight Microsoft on it. Oh boy. All right. That's Slam Bam end. Yes, Slam Bam goes for 19. Sorry, Slam Bam. I didn't get your picture up there. We'll leave you up for a few seconds here. Slam Bam went for 19 bucks. Next up, Royal Double Trouble. Currently at 75. So, but that means we are also, that ends in 2 minutes, which means we are 7 minutes away from the rest of these ending. Griffin Park Observatory at $8. Trailblazer at $5.50. Bad Juju at 10. Mysticat up to 11. Starcast at 10. Blizzard Chill at 3. Happy Meal Toys at $1. The Game at $2.50. Chaos Trap at 15. And Robo is still at $2.50. But for the time being, we are watching Royal Double Trouble ending in less than 2 minutes. Oh man. Yeah, the whole Activision merger is I mean, it's out of our hands. There's nothing we can do about it. So I'm not gonna make any guesses about what's gonna happen. I'm not gonna go into any of that. I'm just gonna sit back, let them do their thing, and we can cheer or boo their results. But until that happens, there's not much we can do. William, I think you specifically asked about the chat because I'm not a huge. I I think I've discussed this before. Like I haven't watched Survivor since season 1. Like I watched all of season 1. Reality TV was a new thing back in the late 90s, and I'm just impressed that Survivor is still going. But they found a way. They found a way. An even better summary. Local teen wages war against technology, befriends them, simultaneously dies and becomes God, kind of. Kills God and becomes God. All right. I No offense to you, but that sounds like uh over on Twitter sometimes people are like, explain your favorite movie poorly. And so you get all these ridiculous summaries of movies and television shows or video games or whatnot. And it's just like, yeah, yeah, like it's true, but it sounds ridiculous. So that's kind of where I am with you right now. Like, I'm sure it's true. I'm sure those summaries are fantastic, but sounds kind of ridiculous. But I suppose if I tried to, I'm not going to try to do it right now. Maybe I'll try to do it another day. Sounds like a good idea for a video. Any YouTubers out there, William? Maybe. Um, but yeah, try to summarize the Skylanders games for people who have never played Skylanders. Like, you might get some kind of weird description like this. All right, 750 has come and gone, and I'm not paying attention. Royal Double Trouble ends at 75. Congratulations, someone. I mean, that Double Trouble is cheaper than anything you can get on eBay right now, I'm pretty sure. So, congratulations. Um, Robo's still at 250, but now we are 3 minutes away from everything else. Griffin Park up to 950. Trailblazer up to 850. Bad Juju at 1150. Mysticat at 11. Starcast still at 10. Wow. Starcast is almost at the bottom of the pile there. Sad day. Blizzard Chill at 3. Happy Meal Toys at $1. Swap Force Disc at 250. Chaos Trap at 15. All right. All right. Yeah. The most exciting stuff here is the damaged figures. Go figure. It's a weird week. It's a weird week. Wait, William, you applied for Survivor? That is awesome. I don't think they really consider 15, 16-year-old applications. I, yeah, I mean, there's got to be a stipulation in the rules, like you have to be 18, right? Just for legal reasons, I would imagine. Like they don't want to deal with if something would happen to a minor on a remote desert island. I mean, obviously there's people there. There, they have their staff and their crew, but um, yeah, yeah, I would imagine you need to be of age to be doing that stuff. Here you go. Local bald man. Fantastic start. Yes, local bald man uses I like that. Uh, Might as be like Florida guy, Florida man. Local bald man uses interdimensional UPS dragon to ship creatures to Earth stores so you can buy them. Like I said, I get where you're coming from. Makes total sense to someone who has played the game, but yeah, complete gibberish otherwise. All right. You applied as soon as they open up for 16-year-olds? Interesting. I had no clue that they open it up that young. But yeah, it does make you wonder how serious they are about those applications, or if they were just getting so many requests. It's like, fine, we'll let you apply, but we're throwing your application in the trash. Also makes me wonder if they ever considered like a Survivor Junior or something like that, where it would be like a bunch of teenagers on an island as opposed to adults. Although most of the time the adults, like I said, I haven't watched since the first season, but I would imagine it hasn't changed too much. Like most of the people are usually on the younger side of things, in their 20s and 30s. You get the one or two old folks per season, probably. Local bald man returns with dollar store infinity gauntlet to fight creatures with higher plastic amounts. Oh yeah, yeah. See, you're crossing over back and forth between what's happening in the Skylands and what's happening on Earth. But I get it. I get it. I guess it makes sense to include both of them. All right, we're past 7:55. Let's see what's ended and what is still going. Do we have anything in overtime? Griffin Park Observatory. Let's get some pictures up here since I have them. Griffin Park ends at 9:50. Trailblazer ends at 8:50. Bad Juju ends at 11:50. Mysticat at 11. Starcast at 10. Blizzard Chill ends at 3. Happy Meal toys go for $1. Swap Force disc ends at 250, and the Chaos Trap at 15. Yeah, little to no competition today. So congratulations to everybody that showed up, because this is your week to get some good deals on stuff. Um, so we're just down to our final item, the big boy, Robo. Robo returns. Local bald man is coming after him. But 250. 250 is the current price for Robo. We have 2 minutes remaining. We'll get it at 250, or will there be some form of competition? We shall see. Swap Force. Local bald man and his mom fill a volcano with purple crystals while fighting creatures with magnets that routinely rip their stomachs apart. Yeah, yeah, I gotcha. I gotcha. Ham Hands, yes. Griffin Park has ended. Griffin Park has ended. Pie Bang, what do you got? Trap Team Local Bald Man joins local mafia and breaks the fourth wall with cheese. Yeah, yeah, I got you. I got you. 1 minute or less than 1 minute remains. If we get a bid now, we go into overtime. Robo is still sitting at 250. If he stays there, this is once again going to be one of the cheapest Robos that we've ever sold. I think the only one that would come close, like, well, no, maybe we did sell one at like 251. But I think the other closest was the damaged one we sold that went for like 225 or something like that. Because his little sensei belt was broken. The real challenge is, will Pi Magna be able to give us a synopsis of superchargers and imaginators before the robo auction ends? But that's 8 o'clock. What do we got? We have a second bidder. $250.50. Robo is officially in overtime. We'll see where this goes. Is that going to be it? 250-50? Or do we actually have a competition? Chaotic, welcome. Other than the freebie you sold? What freebie? You mean like the giveaway? I mean, I wouldn't count that as sold. If that's what you're talking about, but there was that one, yes. Ham Hands missed out on both of the auctions you're going for. That's unfortunate. All right, Robo, how you doing? You're done. $250.50. $250.50. That's the end of the auction. But we got some more descriptions. Local ball man wins for once, joins the mustachioed embodiment of evil and only gains some character development through the addition of gas and engines. I might like that one the best because I don't care for superchargers. Pac-Man throwing in his hat in the ring. Skylanders Imaginators. I want to wish you a happy birthday, Chaos, because it'll be the last day. Because our plan is to beat you out of Skylands with the help of the tech element. Interesting. Coda Crew. Yeah. Once I said cheap. I'm just saying, this is the week. For whatever reason. I don't know if there's something else going on that I'm not aware of that everybody else is off doing. But these are some of the cheapest auctions we've had in a long time. So, congratulations. Local bald man gains the power of a 3-year-old's original villain designs, joins a sarcastic cerebrum, and infringes on Dragon Ball copyright. Yep. Got it. You got it. Yes, chaotic. I sold. Yeah. Okay. Well, folks, short auctions tonight. So I think I'm done. Reminder that tomorrow, Jillian and I are doing inventory at the shop. I'll have a reminder up on the site as well. You won't be able to access it for a while, but the update will not happen immediately at 1 p.m. as usual. It'll happen whenever we're done with inventory. It'll still be on Saturday, but it'll be later Saturday afternoon. Follow me on Twitter if you want to know exactly when that happens. I'll post when we're done with inventory. But other than that, things should be as normal, and I'll see you next week. So, congratulations to all our winners. Thanks for hanging out, and I'll see you again next week. Enjoy the weekend.